Hi, Jay here, EscobarJ.com, and this video is how to stay positive and motivated during quarantine. And specifically today, we're going to talk about exercise and nutrition. Now, if you haven't seen my first video on this in this little mini series, I'm going to go ahead and post that here. Go ahead and watch that one first, and then come back to this one, watch this one after. But let's jump right to it. So nutrition, exercise and nutrition are very, very important, especially when you are quarantined and you are finding that you don't have a lot to do. And when you focus on these other positive things when you're in quarantine or when you're going through just difficult challenges in general, but specifically in quarantine, you find that you get bored of doing the same things over and over and over again, like watching Netflix, watching movies, playing games, playing cards, or whatever it is that you're doing, or if you have a backyard, going outside, those things can get monotonous and old, and it's just about keeping it fresh and keeping it different and not getting too bogged down and doing the same thing over and over again. Obviously, to a certain degree and certain point, because we're on quarantine right now, and it can be difficult to get creative with trying to keep things fresh and keep things real and keep things constantly interesting. And especially in times like right now, when you got people in relationships who didn't really spend a whole lot of time together before quarantine and now are spending every waking minute with each other. They're bored. They don't know what to do. It can get difficult to keep things on the up and up. And so what I found is that exercising and nutrition really help you to keep your mental clarity, mental focus, and mental clarity at a high level. And so that where you don't get depressed, you don't get that feeling like you're just stuck or in a rut, and that can lead into the whole depressive phase. And in fact, there have been a lot of people, suicide rates have actually gone up quite a bit during this quarantine because of these key indicators at the beginning that if you can identify these key indicators, you know that something needs to change. Otherwise, you go down into this negative spiral, and that's when it can get really bad. So I bring up exercise and nutrition because last time we talked about meditation, praying, and declarations. And those are the first three things that I do when I wake up, especially during these quarantine, is you got to focus on keeping yourself mentally awake and mentally clear first and foremost. And the way you do that is first the meditation, praying, and declarations to help you focus on your goals and dreams. But second off is exercise and nutrition. Those are the next two things that I do as soon as I wake up. As soon as I'm done with those first three things, then I will exercise. And while I'm exercising, I'll either listen to some self-help or I'll listen to some, with the workout that I do, it's a guided workout, high-intensity interval training workout. So typically but if I'm doing my own workout, then I will listen to some good audio books while I'm doing that. But what I noticed is that because some days I'll do high-intensity interval training, other days I'm doing like yoga-esque type of exercising, stretching, which is really important, by the way. But I noticed that on the days that I do just mainly stretching and I'm not doing like high-intensity training where I'm sweating, I'm working out on my cardiovascular system. On the days that I am doing cardio and doing high-intensity interval training, I notice that I feel a lot better on those days. And the reason why is because you have a lot more endorphins going through your head. You have a lot more sweat coming out, which releases toxins and can help detoxify your body, but also helps get the blood flowing better. And when that happens, you have a good array and a good mix of blood flowing through your brain, endorphins flowing through your brain, which actually is an antidepressant quality. And then on top of that, when you mix that with eating properly and good nutrition, I personally do the ketogenic diet. It's worked wonders for me. I lost 75 pounds in an 8-month period of time with the ketogenic diet and a high-intensity interval training exercise. And now I'm to the point where I gained 10 to 15 pounds of pure muscle. I'm right around 10% body fat. In fact, I think I haven't measured in a while, but I'm less than 10. I'm pretty sure I'm less than 10% body fat right now. I have a six pack. I've never had a six pack in my life. I can see all three sets of my abs now. I have muscles that you can not huge. I'm not jacked, but like I've never had cut muscles. I can see my back muscles. I can see my chest now, and that's just from dedication in nutrition and exercise. And I can tell you that not only will this help you like mentally stay undepressed, because exercise is the most underrated and underused antidepressant. And there's a quote that's part of the quote, but it's something to the effect of, food is the most abused. Food is the most abused drug, something like that. Fasting is the most underused. I can't remember what the quote is, but it's something to that effect. Is food is the most used drug. Fasting is the most is the least used cure to that drug, and then exercise is the most underused antidepressant. Something to that effect, and it's so true. When you fast and you mix intermittent fasting with ketogenic diet, plus you're doing high intensity interval training, that's how I was able to lose 75 pounds, gained 15 pounds of muscle, and now I'm pretty chiseled now. And it feels great when you can look at your body and you know that you've worked hard to see those results, and then you know that you're staying disciplined with in the kitchen, right? I'm eating good foods, high quality chickens, high quality beefs, high quality meats, high quality eggs. I'm a lot of nuts, high quality nuts, macadamia nuts, pecans. I do a lot of fish oil, which is good for your heart. I do like men's 1 a day daily vitamin with good with a high amount of like zinc, potassium, magnesium, and those sodium, those types of metals that are very important to your health, especially during this coronavirus. They're talking about zinc being one of the best things to help prevent coronavirus, and it's one of those things that is really, really underrated in keeping your mental health clear and good. And that will help you obviously during quarantine, is when you can feel good, then things aren't so hard, right? And then the other part of that is your nutrition and exercising. And when you mix those two things in tandem, it really makes things easy, and it sets up the rest of your day, and makes you feel good throughout the rest of your day. And then plus when you mix that with other things like going outside and then playing games and things, when you put those things first, it makes the other things a lot more rewarding later. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you during quarantine. If it does, if you can go to my website and donate any amount of money that you feel is worth the information that has been shared, you've learned here, or in any of my other videos. Also, I do paid coaching, so if you'd like to get if you're going through a tough time during quarantine, or just tough time in general with your life, I do a paid coaching as well on the phone. At the very least, you can shoot me an email, and I will do my best to respond to your email and help you in any way I can. Maybe I'll do a video if you send me an email and share your story or share what you're going through. Other than that being said, at the very least, share this with as many people as you possibly can on any social media platforms. My whole purpose is to share this information and to help as many people as I possibly can. That is my purpose, and that is what I am put here on this earth to do, is to help people reach a higher level, to achieve happiness, and to self-improve and improve themselves to the point where they feel like they've achieved the best versions of themselves. And that is a lifelong process. That being said, I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward no matter what, even during this difficult time of quarantine. And that being said, make sure you're being well, you're staying safe, you're going out there and prospering and developing your skills. And that being said, I will see you in the next video. I'll talk to you then. Bye.